recycled art is when you take regular objects and you rearrange them in a way to make something new from it. Something that most people have in their home is salt. That's what we're going to use today to make some art. If you have a dark table, like what I have here, or if you've got a dark color of construction paper, we'll be putting the salt on top of the dark surface and rearranging it into something. And the contrast between the two colors will help create an image. All right, so you start with your pile of salt. And think of it like you would clouds when you're looking up at the clouds and you're trying to figure out what it looks like, what it looks shaped like. You can, except this time, you get to change your cloud to look like whatever it is you want it to look like. When working with the salt, it can be handy to grab a card to move the salt around to where you want it on the table. You can use it to make straight lines. Like if we want to make a square, we can use that to make it a more square shape. Other tools you might use is like a spoon. You can use a spoon to move some of the salt around onto the table. You can use it to spread it around, kind of cut into it a little bit. But your hands are also great for moving the salt around as you need to move it around. All right, let's try to make a cat out of all this. We'll just kind of get our salt together like this and make it kind of like a long oval. What we'll do is you can kind of think of it like a snowman. You can give it a head right there, and then this will be the cat's body. We're gonna scooch it around. Our cat needs some ears, so let's spread it on the top so our cat has some ears. There's his neck. Here's where his feet would go. He needs a tail, so let's drag some of the salt over here and make them a tail. And you just keep on moving the salt around as you need. If there's something that looks funny or out of place, the great thing is you can always just move it until it looks like what you want it to look like. So there's this tail, and there we go. We've got kind of like a little cat going. Another way that you can make some art is with something that they call negative space. So instead of starting with like a blob and then shaping it into something, we're going to spread everything out like this, and then we're going to draw inside of it. Like you could draw, if you drew a shape on the inside, and then scoot all the sand outside of the area that you want. Let's make a football. I'll draw a football in here. It doesn't have to look like a good football. It's just a shape to get us started with. Just make a football. That's going to be our fish's body. You can give him some fins. Probably wants a fin on the top. Might want a little fin on the bottom. move it around till it's what you want it to look like. Actually, we can turn this fish into a shark if we would like. When doing this kind of art project, there aren't really any rules. You get to make what you want to make. Hope you have fun with it.